Okay, so what I did here is I logged into josephcadams.com/wpadmin, and I'm logged in as Joseph Adams. So this is the dashboard. So this is your starting point when you log into the site. So there's a couple different ways to add a new blog post, but the best way to do it would be, as you can see, you could do it here or you could do it here, and what you want is new post. Of all these options, you just want new post. And then when you come over here, you add title, blogging is fun, and then in here, make sure that you are in visual mode. It'll automatically make a permalink, which means a link that will always work to get you to this blog post. And so you want to make sure visual tab is selected. Blog, blog, blog. Wow. And then you can come over here, you can choose a category, composition, teaching, or you can add a new category, blog, add new category. And then if you aren't quite finished, you can always save the draft. And what that does is saves a draft. It's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. And so if you were halfway through with a blog post and you saved as a draft, and then you logged out and now you want to come back, you can always find your drafts over here in posts. You just click here. Then you come over to posts, blogging is fun, draft, and then you can go to edit. And you can edit your draft. So when you've finished writing your blog and bloggity blogging, you can, and I'll publish it right now and then delete it. So this tells you the status, that it's a draft, visibility, public, publish immediately. Those are all the default options and those are all fine. Publicize, not connected. That just means what you can do is automatically set different social media sites to automatically publish a link to the new blog when you post a new blog, but you probably don't need to worry about that for now. And so then none of this stuff really matters at this point. You don't really need to worry about it. Show likes, show sharing buttons, those are good things to leave on there. So the only thing you really need to worry about is text, categories, and then if you want to put in some tags, blog. I'm going to delete that now. But all I did was type and then I hit enter or add. Choose from the most used tags. You don't have any tags right now. So categories are bigger, are a bigger category. I'm trying to find a way to say it without saying category. And then tags are smaller pieces of information. And so a category is something like composition, it's about teaching, it's about like a larger theme, and then tags are about specific bits within that theme. So if you're talking about teaching scales, then you would do a category of teaching, and then you would talk about scales, you would talk about major scales, minor scales. You could put those as tags, if that makes any sense. So now that I've written my tiny blog post, I will publish, and this will put it on my blog. And then I can, right here it says post published, that's how I know it worked, and then view post. And this is my post. So now I don't want this, so I can come back over here, go back to dashboard, and go to posts. And then what I'll do here, nice big red letters, trash. And so you do have this sample blog post. And if you're ever in this screen and you want to see what the blog post looks like on your site, you can always come down here. What I'm doing is I'm hovering over where it says sample and I'm getting these extra options. I can go to view and it will show me my blog post. Oh, hi, here's a blog post. And I can delete this one too. So I'll go back to dashboard, posts, and sample. I can go to trash and trash that real fast. So now you have 0 blog posts. So like I said, there's always a couple different ways to do everything in WordPress. And so the 3 ways to make a new post is to use this submenu here, add new. You can use this drop down here, add new post. You can also add new right here. But the important thing is that when you're posting to your blog that you add posts. There's several different types of things here. Don't worry about any of these. Do not touch any of these. Trust me, it's just more trouble than it's worth. So you can always add a new post to your blog by coming to the one that actually is called posts. Same thing goes for here. New post. If you do new media, do new page, new section, none of that's going to show up where you want it. So make sure that you always do post. And hopefully this will inspire you to do a little bit more blogging this year. And